What's good, party people? What's good? I trust everybody's doing well. I had to step away from watching this hearing on C-SPAN 3 of Homeland Security lady, the one who shoots puppies in the face. Let me tell you something. Clearly, the boys at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, where they tore a whole hole in the wall, are done with this one. Because when you have the senator from Louisiana, Elmer Fudd, Senator Kennedy, who is a Harvard-educated lawyer, wants to get up here and always talks country, and I ain't the most educated guy in the world. He nailed her to the wall. He nailed her to the wall. You know, asked her about if the president and if Stephen, that little troll Miller, actually told her to do what she was doing. And she said, well, you know, you're quoting some anonymous source. He's like, no, you said this on the record during the hearing. I mean, he was cooking her. But that's not the reason I jumped on. I jumped on because, one, my heart just goes out for the 6 service members and 6 service members who were killed and the 18 service members who were wounded. And that number is going to grow because the information is starting to come out. Let's talk about something real quick. Projectiles. Sidebar. I was a mortar platoon leader, so I know a few things about artillery and how it works. Led a mortar platoon in Fort Drum, New York. I think I did that from 1987 to 1989. At least a year and a half. Went to school for it too. This is a bullet, 9mm. This is what it looks like when it's in the shell. Let me show you something else. This is the shell casing for a 105 howitzer round. Yep. So imagine the bullet that goes on top of that. This is another 105 round. Threads for the firing fuse. Munitions go in that. Explosive. And when this hits and this explodes, this is shrapnel going all over the place. I say all that to say this. When that individual who is occupying the Pentagon says that a squirter got through and that's how those service members were killed, that language is so disrespectful and dismissive of how those service members were killed and wounded. When artillery or rounds or a drone or something is coming in, we yell incoming. Everybody knows what that means. So to set up and yell and tell us a squirter got through. No, a squirter did not get through. What happened is we didn't have the right air defense artillery on the ground to make sure weapons like that were shot down. Folks keep telling you about this Iron Dome. Let me tell you something. Those service members were in a trailer, a trailer. It was not fortified. They were in a trailer. They didn't get any warning, nothing. Nothing. So when that fella, who has never been to airborne school, never been to air assault school, never been to Ranger school, never been to Pathfinder school, never been to Special Forces, the Q course, never been to anything, that major on paper sets up there and says squirters will get through. This was not a squirter. This was not a squirter. These service members were killed and wounded by missiles. A missile hit a trailer. Service members have no business in trailers, especially after you have started to bomb another country that has the ability to do what Iran has the ability to do. I'm a Ranger on a rant today. I mean, I am just so tired of this. But you can't get tired in well-doing. You can't get weary in well-doing. I read that somewhere. You can't. You got to roll up your sleeves and be more vocal than ever about what is going on. This is crazy. A squirter. So disrespectful in how these service members died. And there'll be more deaths because they have no plans whatsoever on how to do this. None. My heart goes out for folks who are serving right now. Said it before, said it again. Got a son that's in the business, that's in the military. Got 2 nephews who are in the military. Got another nephew who's in law enforcement. Nothing this administration is doing is making anybody safer. Nothing. I hope and pray folks in Texas get out and vote, and Jasmine Crockett wins that primary, and I hope she goes on to be the senator of Texas, because we have got to put some brakes on this administration, because they're just going to continue to run wild, and people are going to get hurt and die. A squirter. There's no such thing as a squirter, ladies and gentlemen. So when you hear somebody yell, incoming, you need to get your ass in a fortified place, a bomb shelter somewhere. But a trailer is not the place service members should be, especially after you've initiated hostile actions. Whew. All right, thanks for letting me get that off my chest. I was a ranger on a rant. Y'all be peaceful, powerful, and productive.